Hey everybody, how you doing? This is TLS with just my 2 cents, and as I always say, take it for what it's worth. I want to address two things real quick. One, social media. Um, Social media is here. It's a great platform. There are many apps, many things in place, right? Since it came out, I think it was MySpace back in the day. Of course, Facebook. Um, but we have YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all the different things out there, right? So when things happen, people talk. That's social media. If things happen on the news, people are going to talk about it. If things become public, people are going to talk about it. So I want to address that first. We need to stop, I don't know, stop coming at people so much because they choose to talk about what's happening in the news, whether it's celebrity news, whether it's neighborhood news, whether it's something around the world. That's what they choose to do. If you don't want to be on social media, that's your right. Don't be on social media. Every time something happens, of course, we're talking about it, and it's someone coming with don't lose focus. Are we pointing the blame? Nobody's losing focus. Did anybody call off work today because of what happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock? I don't think so. I hope you didn't. Things happen. People will talk about it. We could talk about it. Either you want to listen or don't listen. Everybody had their opinions. That's the beauty of social media. Okay, there. So let me give my opinion real quick. I think Will Smith was totally wrong for the way that he reacted to the tacky, and I will say it, the tacky joke that Chris Rock made. It was tacky. It was in poor taste. It was. Okay. But Will Smith's reaction was totally wrong and out of order. You do not have the right to assault someone because of the words that they're using, because they're saying something that you don't like. You do not have the right to go and assault someone. You just don't. You don't have a right to do that. So that's my opinion on it. As I said, I was shocked, couldn't believe that it happened. And people say he was defending his wife. I still think there's a better way that he could have defended his wife, and that's anyone. There's a way you could defend your wife, your spouse, your partner, your significant other, whatever you want to call it. It's a way that you can do it that you still keep dignity, you still keep your character intact. What he did was distasteful. It was disgusting, and it was sad to see that, especially on live television. I personally think it was a buildup of what Will has been going through. Will Smith has experienced over the past few years. I personally think it was a buildup from that. There have been so many jokes made, so many conversations, but again, it's about things that they put in the public's eye, things that his wife has done and put in the public eye, things that they talk about and put in the public eye. We're so quick to tell people, oh, you all judging and don't do this and it's not your house. But why are you putting it out there? If you put things out there, things are going to come back at you. That's just the way that it is. So, again, I am shocked that he reacted that way. I am shocked that they allow him to sit in his seat still. I'm sorry. I think it was totally out of line, totally out of order. And I think had that been someone else, how would have gone down? I think Chris Rock handled himself with a lot of class. Again, I said the joke was tacky. There are lots of women that deal with alopecia. There are lots of women that suffer from fibromyalgia. There are lots of women that endometriosis, all autoimmune disease, all types of things that you all would never know that we are dealing with. You wouldn't know it. There are a lot of women that are going through health issues that you would not know that they are dealing with. Sometimes because it's not on display, you don't know. So again, I'm not saying that I agree with the joke because I don't. I said it was tacky, but Will Smith was the bully there. People say it was a bully. It was a show. Chris Rock is a comedian. We know people make jokes about things that's happening. They either hit something on the spot or they talk about something that's been happening in the news, and it becomes part of an act, a part of that moment. So I think it was tacky, but what Will Smith was out of character. It was assault. It was not called for. And I'm sorry if you think that shows something, him defending that. Had that been someone else, I think had it been someone else, even other than Will Smith, had it been someone else other than Chris Rock, how would it went down? I think the police definitely would have been called. I think it would have been a real pause from that show, and he would have been escorted out. That type of behavior is unacceptable. Period. 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 You could defend someone without breaking the law, which is what he did. And in that moment, Will Smith gave Chris Rock more power because Chris Rock definitely could have pressed charges. Period. He assaulted that man on stage. And I think it was weak. I think it was cowardly. I think it was a buildup from everything that Will Smith has experienced over the past couple of years. Again, from their family putting their business in the public eye. It was a buildup, and he used that moment to try to display strength in that moment on live television, to walk up, slap him, and then take your seat and yell those threats. If that was someone else, you all know the police would have been called because it was scary, it was tacky, it was distasteful, it was uncalled for. So I say bravo to Chris Rock for not losing it because it could have went another way. That was class. That was how you handle it. Again, hear me well. I'm not saying that the joke was good. I think it was tacky. I think it was done in poor taste. But what Will Smith did not justify. There was no justification for it. And I'm sorry to those women that think it was, think that's the way a man's supposed to stand up for you. What if your man got arrested? It doesn't mean, yeah, he got money, so of course he would have been out, but still, that's not a way to act. And then again, as a woman, sometimes I make jokes about some friends and people know some people need a wife because most time your wife, your woman, your wife, whomever should know how to help regulate a situation. Like, that's okay, babe. That's all right. Let it go. We'll deal with it another way. Where's the wisdom at that? Why didn't she whisper something into her husband's ear? Again, we do so much talking about why someone has something to say. Again, we're talking about it because it happened, and that's our right to talk about it. And we not losing focus. Again, I work today. I hope you all work today. Hope nobody called off work because of it. We still gonna handle our business. We still gonna take care of our business, pay our bills, do what we need to do to live. But when things happen, we have a right to talk about it, and you have a right to not to agree or disagree or not look at it. But enough with that. I'll be killing me with that. When stuff happened with Justice Smollett, people taking stuff out of context that we saying he's condemned. No, when you do things publicly or becomes out in the public, people can talk about it. We do have freedom of speech. We can talk about it. And I was very saddened to see that. It was disappointing to see. And if Will Smith hadn't thought he did anything wrong, why would you apologize? And you apologize to the Academy. You did not apologize to the one you assaulted, which was Chris Rock. That was tacky. It was out of order. It shocked me. And it doesn't matter. People say we arguing or debating about rich people don't know us. So what? You don't have to know us. So what? It happened. So we're discussing it. It was tacky. That is not the way that you solve anything through violence because someone said something that you don't like. Plenty of people talk. You all know, you all do that. You screenshot stuff. You talk about stuff. People talk about me. I talk about people. I talk about stuff that I see to my friends. I screenshot stuff too and send it to my friends. That's what people do. Somebody gonna talk about this video that I'm doing. So what? That's your right. You could talk, you could say, you could think what you want to think. But again, when people put things out there publicly, don't get upset because people respond. And I think it was a cowardly act what Will Smith did. It was cowardly. He used that moment to act like he was strong. You did not appear strong to me. That was weak. And to the women that think that was, that's you. To the men that say that's what they, that's you. I'm not in agreement with that. That's just my opinion. Somebody asked me if that was my husband, or if somebody made an assault like that, would I accept it? Or nobody would handle it in a different way. And I think my significant other would handle it in a different way if someone had something to say about me in a way that would make me even more proud for how he handled things in that in the middle of adversity. But it was a classless act. And so um, I think Chris Rock did well to control himself, to gather himself, and to move forward. To me, that was strength. Because, yes, again, the joke was tacky. It was tacky. It was. But what Will Smith did at that moment was uncalled for. It was assault. I'm not even thinking about him winning the Oscar. And it doesn't matter, y'all. We talk about people he don't know you. So what? It happened. We're talking about it. If you don't like it, you can't get off of social media. If you don't like it, you don't have to comment on what people are saying. So those two things that I want to give my 2 cents on. And like I said, it's things happen, people could talk about. We talk about all kinds of stuff. I talk about all kinds of stuff. I talk about stuff happening in politics. I talk about all types of stuff. Period. Education, celebrities, non-celebrities, the church, whatever. We can talk about those things if it happens. And if you choose not to talk about it, that's your choice. But my opinion is, well, Will Smith was wrong. And had it been someone else, I doubt Will Smith would have gotten up there and slapped that person. Had it been someone else of another color, or had it been someone else, because there's some other African American comedians that probably would have said that he would not have walked up there and done that too. And I think because of who he is, which is why it was handled that way. How do you allow someone to do what they did on national television, even though ABC bleeped it out? But as you all have, so we've seen the real video. Other people played it. How do you allow someone to do that and take their seat after they've just committed a violent act of assaulting someone on live television? Take their seat and then allow them to go up and give a speech and cry and say they're called to love and they're called to something. Really? Did you show love in that moment? We're all called to love. Did you show love in that moment? So again, this is TLS. This is just my 2 cents on the entire matter. Take it for what it's worth. You all have a great day. Bye.